Hello and welcome to the Facing Your Fears, Turning Fear into Courage. We're going to talk about You and Your Money, Chapter 40 in the Facing Your Fears book. And it's interesting when you talk to people about money, it can cause stress or excitement or worry, but we want to look at ourselves and our feelings about money. And a lot of times the messages we received in childhood have such a large effect on how we use money, how we spend money, what we think about money. And in the book, I have some of these questions like, money is important to me because, and then you fill it in, or the best thing I received in my life was whatever. And if someone spends money on us, how do we feel? All of these things. And if you have a chance to go through this chapter, I think it can be really eye-opening when you complete the sentences about money. What I want you to do is think about, what do you imagine happening if you had unlimited amounts of money? What does money really mean to you? Does it mean freedom? Does it mean traveling? Does it mean taking care of people you love? Does it mean helping the homeless? Does it mean helping the animals? Money can be such an important factor on our planet today in taking care of this world. And you look at people who have large amounts of money. And I love how so many people donated to the LA fires and did things to try to help the people on the planet. And then there's others that just use their money for selfish reasons. And so again, that's learned behavior. So we want for all of us to unlearn any of the negatives that we learned in childhood. Like, I don't know if you grew up with money doesn't grow on trees, or don't compare yourself to the Joneses, that kind of thing. What I really want is for you to use your creativity, your compassion, your, I would say, expansion of your own views to say, what would I do with a lot of money? And I've done this in the meditation where you give somebody, 100,000 and you think about what you do with it. So think about that right now. If you had an extra 100,000, 100,000 might help you pay bills or help some family members or whatever it might be. But then you change that to 1 million if you had an extra 1 million. And what that would do to open up your life, just really imagine it. And then take a deep breath and think of 10 million. Most likely 10 million would have a huge effect on where you are, what you're doing, the work you do, your family, the people you care about. There are people who have 100 million or a billion, and you want to imagine your heart and soul, what you would do with that money. The way we can do that is to realize, I've had people do this about abundance, where I just go stand in the sunlight and see how wonderful it feels to have the sun surrounding you with warmth and light. And then imagine that that's how easy it is to bring money into your life. And I do believe that's true. I have watched people do it and it's amazing. Not that I think money is the goal of everything. I just want everybody to be taken care of. I don't want people to be homeless. I don't want people to not be able to pay their medical bills. So what I want is food for all, homes for all, medical for all, education for all, safety for all. And we can do this if we start examining the negative, what would it be, messages, beliefs you might have about money. So let's think of one that you might have. What would it be? You have to work hard for money. I think that might be true. I mean, I do think you have to work hard about your beliefs, and it does take effort to create things that bring in money. Do you feel like you deserve abundance? Do you feel like you deserve freedom, travel, fun, taking care of your family? Really look inside. And if there's any hesitation or messages that go, no, I don't deserve it, or I don't know what I would do with it, start thinking about what you would do with it, because then the universe hears where you're going with unlimited amounts of money. And I imagine any of you who are watching this, with unlimited amounts of money, you do wonderful things. Maybe better than some of the people who have billions right now. So let's write down some goals for money. Do you want to put down a certain amount that you'd like to make in the coming year? It's the start of 2025. How much would you like to make? When you wrap your mind around that, again, then think about what you do with that money, because that creates the intention even stronger and deeper. And if anything gets in the way, you want to erase that belief or fear or stress that comes about money and say, if anybody else has made 1 million, 5 million, 10 million in a year, that means you can do it too. And people do it all the time. So let's look at money and start expanding our beliefs to allow for enough to be taken care of all the people you care about, yourself, hopefully the world too. There is abundance out there. That's what the sun tells us when we're standing in the light. There's plenty of light. The sun asks for nothing in return. And we're not asking for anything in return except to follow your heart and soul and to believe. Once you believe, you will see it. So let's help you believe it. Thank you for joining us on this chapter about you and your money. And we are doing turning fear into courage, facing your fears, following your dreams. Let's dream big. Let's solve some of the problems of the world. Thank you.